Name on the back of the catalog was my mama, Donna Marone. So I called her, went back to my desk and called her immediately and told her, you did a show last night for my friend Sandy. I think I might be interested in hearing a little bit more about what you do. And she said to me, great, can I come over tomorrow? And so tomorrow was Friday. And I said, yeah. I said, I'd get off work at 4:30. You can come over then. She said, great, I'll be there at 5. I said, okay. And I said, is there a cost to start up? Something everybody asks. And she said the smartest thing she could have said to me. She goes, yeah, there is, but we'll talk about it tomorrow when I get there. I said, okay, great. Now, many of you know where I am in my business right now. I've been very blessed with Premier. My family has been very blessed, and it has been really financially rewarding for our family, Premier. Imagine if she would have said to me on the phone, yes, it's $1,100. What would I have said? Where I was, I would have said, oh, okay, thank you. Because I didn't have $1,100. I didn't have a card to put it on. I didn't know if I could get a credit card. I would have immediately, that would have been it. And my life would have not changed in the way that it has. So always think of that when you're talking to someone. Just tell them, well, I'll tell you all about it when we sit down. Or have them watch our video. Once you can hear what we get, what Premier is all about for the investment, then that money makes a lot of sense. Because once I sat down with her, it made a lot of sense to me. So I did meet with Donna the next day. When we got through with the OP, she, of course, wanted, okay, here we go. And back then, 12 years ago, we didn't have a computer. It was all on paper. So she whips out her little paperwork. And, I found out the investment then, as I said, didn't have $1,100. It wasn't the great $670 that we have right now with our awesome promotion, or $870 with the boutique kit. It was $1,145. We didn't even have a silver package then. So I didn't know if I could get the jeweler reward card, and Donna Marone was a stranger to me. I certainly wasn't going to sit there and tell her my sad tale of debt and woe. So I said what a lot of prospects say. I said, what, I'll think about it. I'll think about it and I'll let you know. So as she was pulling out of my driveway in her black Escalade, I made an executive decision. Many of you know Donna and how I love her to pieces. But she's a forceful woman. And she's been kind of forceful during my OP. And as she pulled out of my driveway, and I'm not talking about her because she has seen me and heard me do this very training, I thought to myself, if that mean woman could make this happen, I know I can. So I filled out my paperwork, and I always tell everybody, God knew I was going to do Premier because he put the post office right next door to my development. And he really knew, because now we have a sidewalk there, don't we, Katie? We walk to the post office now. I filled out the paperwork. I applied for it. Was called the Premier card then. It wasn't even jeweler reward card. And I took it over to the post office and I put it in the mailbox. Didn't ask my husband. It was that rule of 40. We have that rule of 40. Women under 40 will ask their husband. Women over 40 really don't care. They'll do it anyway. Well, I was right there on the brink, so I must have been leaning towards 41. I took it right over there and mailed it. Well, probably 4 or 5 days later, I get notice in the mail that my Premier card is on the way, and congratulations, here's your jeweler number. You are a jeweler. So now it's time to tell my husband that I spent $1,100. And so he wasn't very happy. He had some pretty strong words to say about it at first. Of course, now you all know Doug sings a much different tune. But right then, he was not supportive. So if your husbands are not supportive, this is what I'm going to tell every woman in the room. Give them something to support. The first time that you can come home from a home show with $300 in your hand and go, here, honey, here's $100. You will have all the support that you need from now till whenever. Keep this in mind. If you're going to your shows and you're coming home and saying, I'm not making a lot of money, I'm frustrated, and you're all negative, a husband's job and a man's job is to protect you and solve your problems. Even though we don't want them to solve our problems, that's what they think their job is. So their immediate response is then to say, well, then just quit. which in turn we read as they're not supportive. Okay, so you want to always be positive about your business and give them something to support. Make the money. Go out and do the home shows. Show them the money. Give him a little money. You know, that's what I do with Dougie. Give him a little money. He's good. There you go. So got started, and he is supportive now. So when did I really see, people always say now, you know, how did you know this business you wanted to make it work? Or when did you